So, day 4, we are now done. Vienna High End. This is the first time that the High End show has been in Vienna because it was previously in Munich, and then for all sorts of reasons, and I hear a different story every time, it's been moved to Vienna. And I've had quite a lot of fun. What about you guys?
Different sausages here.
There are different sausages. Pretty good.
And schnitzel.
And schnitzel's good.
Yeah, slightly different kind of schnitzel. But no, I think the Vienna High End show has been actually rather good. I think there's a little bit of trepidation coming in. We weren't sure how many brands were going to be here, but there's tons.
Different is always bad.
No, I disagree. And you know what's cool about this one? And we've been having this debate amongst ourselves as to which has been better, Munich or Vienna. There's pros and cons to each, but the big thing that everybody agrees on is that Vienna High End is an absolute maze.
I think we have literally done a full loop of the whatever it is. That's where we started.
Scale model of the building right there.
Well, it'd be nice if the signs pointed the right way, but, well, that one's pointing to World of Headphones, so I'm guessing.
Seems right.
Or we can go straight into the back rooms, that works too. But
What do you think it is?
I think it's fair to say that so far this has been a little bit less simple to navigate.
I think I've covered either 85% of the show or 35% of the show. I have no idea how to judge it at all.
Yeah. It's a little hard to tell.
I mean, there's like X1, 2, 3, 4,
then level...
-2.
Oh, no, we
0.
found a level -3 as well.
What? Oh, that's
not
right.
good.
You guys went to hell.
You don't want to go to
We
the
did.
back rooms.
We went to hell. Yeah,
we did go to hell.
Well, more than usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not moving? It's just...
You are not authorized to use this floor.
Okay.
We're stuck in an elevator.
Doors opening.
I think we're
Doors closing. Please
not allowed in here.
Pushed the wrong button, got to the wrong level here.
I mean, it says we can. It's just got to the side there.
Can I do -1?
not authorized.
No. Can I do -3?
Doors closing.
Okay.
Wait, what is -3?
We don't know. Just the doors opening.
I'm just concerned because I hadn't seen any signage for a -3 except in this elevator. So
-3. Doors opening.
I feel like we're not at the show anymore. There was a lot of cool stuff though.
There's a lot of cool stuff and a lot of new stuff.
A lot of new stuff. My general, just sort of overall thought on the show is that like more of the things that I tried were better than before.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
This show, more than any other show I've been to, felt like things were getting better.
Are we talking about speakers or just everything?
Bit of both.
Overall quality could just be us getting worse at our jobs.
That
Could be that
true,
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
we could just be bad.
Yeah, but I mean, there were still a fair few number of stinkers, right? Like you'd go into this place and you're like, what is happening right now? That happened in both headphones and speakers.
How about this? Before we talk about the impressions of the new releases and things, what was the biggest stinker of the show for you? Z first? All right.
Me first, biggest stinker. You know what? There was a lot of good things, but like the worst thing.
Worst thing.
Oh! That new network switch. That guy was trying to.
You were in just
We're talking about square waves and Ethernet cables.
Yeah.
For audio reproduction. I have a degree in networking, so this is a fun one.
Okay.
All right,
I don't
so we're
have
stopping.
have
We're
degree in
stopping.
anything. So, but even the square wave is a theoretical concept. So it's analog, and you have not that square wave, but you have this square wave or that square wave. So 0 and 1. So this is the problem for the band. And all
In a percentage-wise, room treatment I'd say is 50%,
okay.
and the speakers are probably 50%. Cameron,
Yes.
should I do a video on the power supply for my router, for my internet router? Should it be me?
I mean, like,
I don't want to get sued. I appreciate it.
Hey,
It'll be fine.
we have
It'll be
to
fine. I'll be back around.
We
I'll
have
be
to
back around.
discuss in detail that.
We do. We have to discuss in grave
Yeah.
detail. Grave detail. I'm gonna shoot myself.
So that the little noise you don't feel. You feel it.
I felt it. I definitely felt the room treatment was helping bring the room down.
Noise that comes somehow into the signal.
Into the signal.
Because of that.
Okay, I can see it happen. Like he literally said, "I'm going to talk to you about network cable," and I said, "Stop! I have a degree in networking. Don't." And he didn't not. When you tell me that your network cable is $1,000 and your network switch is $2,500 is going to make your streaming service sound better, you can believe this, right?
Bullshit.
You're a idiot, what the I'm gonna...
I had a really good time because watching you slowly back away from the guy and getting a good 20 to 30 feet away whilst he's still trying to sell you this thing was hilarious.
I literally told him, hey, I have a degree in networking, please don't. 5 seconds into his rant, and it went on for 5 or 6 minutes after that.
Yeah.
And I was just like...
What about you?
Worst thing?
Worst thing.
Zeos' favorite speakers. They were...
Yeah, okay,
crazy.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know what was going on there.
Look, last year I heard that big give me that. $150,000 albedos were the best of show last year. These 19,000 euro albedos were my best in show this year, but that was on the digital service. When I brought them, he was unpacking
That's
the
true.
vinyl, and we were sitting on the side.
It was a brighter track.
It is a ceramic tweeter, so it does detail. And if you are that close with that, it was no good. I've heard speakers. Here's a question for you. You go through it. Is there something you heard this year that was either terrible and you heard it last year was great, or was great and last year it was terrible? Because it was Atlantis Labs was in the other hotel last year. And they're a French company with really big horns that look like they made of crappy plastic, and they're actually really affordable. Amazing setup last year, like most dynamics I've ever heard. But they're in a room a third the size this year, and even with the slightly smaller speakers, I would have just thrown like garbage and walked out. So I know that those are good speakers, but I heard them and I was sad.
I mean, that's the ever-present challenge with these shows, is that speakers, you're not just listening to speakers, you're listening to the room that they're in. And there's been so many times, I can't necessarily think of anything this time where I've heard it before and it's been great and it's changed and stuff, but there has been plenty of times, in fact, the speakers that I've got Focal Sopra 3s, and I've heard them sometimes at shows and they've been amazing, and then you try them in a different room and they sounded terrible. Because the room makes a big difference. And at shows, consistently, the ones that are the best are the ones that...
The room doesn't make any difference. It's how high the speaker wire...
Cable rises.
Yeah. If you don't get the
little
millimeter
blocks.
accuracy
Yeah.
right, it's just not going to work. The general flow is going to be off.
Yeah.
My theory is that there's a lot of speakers here that are brighter than you would typically want it to be. And
Yeah.
I think it's because there's a lot of people here with high frequency hearing loss, so they're compensating for it.
There was one particular speaker, I don't remember the brand name of it, and I just think I can't call you out, but it had a horn. And you can tell that that's what they invented and that's what they wanted to show off, because it was about 40% too much horn. It's too horny.
Yeah.
And but like, there's no
Too
subtlety.
horny for Zeos.
Too
Sometimes,
horny for me.
yeah.
It was like, oh, it was that exact sound. I was like, oh. Was when I walked
in a
the
not a
room.
pleasant way.
But then I walked.
Usually that's a pleasant sound.
Then I walked to the other room with a horn. It's like, oh, this is well maintained, and they did a good job with it. So it's like either you are trying too hard to show off your thing,
Yeah.
and just usually it's some sort of tweeter or treble or plasma.
And I think it's worth keeping that in mind when you go to these shows, is that sometimes people are too enthusiastic about showing off their horn.
Yeah, they're tooting their own horns all day long.
Yeah. What's yours?
My absolute stinker, unfortunately, the old is the LCD5S.
In odd. Oh, okay. Like 1.5K. Narrow but strong 4.5. Basically. Oh. Okay, just overall very bumpy treble. And like,
But okay, here's a question for you. Does the whole ear gain go down?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah. So it's like recessed but rough ear gain.
It's like a combination of LCD4 and LCD5 in a way, because it
Kind of. I don't find this as shouty as LCD5.
No, that's the thing that's more like LCD4.
Right, okay, which is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is not working for me.
Yeah.
That's not my cup of tea. The overall ear gain is really quite low, so it sounds kind of not necessarily. I wouldn't go as far as to call it dead, because it's slammy, but it sounds pretty pillowy and kind of muffled. And then the treble just overall is really, really rough. Like I'm getting a lot of very narrow peaks, which are pretty bothersome on some of the guitars and some of the vocals as well. Like some of the consonants really standing out far more than they should. Yeah, just overall a bit rough, a bit wonky, pretty honky at 1.5K as well. Unfortunately, really not enjoying that one very much.
And I just want to be clear, I'm sure there are worse things at the show. I'm not saying it's the worst thing at the show. It's just we primarily tried the stuff that we hadn't tried before. But of the stuff that I had not tried before, LCD5S
Would you say
was
instead of
not great.
worst, most disappointing?
Most disappointing is a good way of putting it. Yeah.
I feel like that should be the category, honestly.
Okay.
But like a lot of these things, I have no prerequisite to want to hear. So when it's disappointing, it's like,
Yeah. What about you, Caleb?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I just got back wandering at the very last moment, and it was actually these really huge, really massive horn speakers, Super Dragon. I actually didn't think they sounded bad. They were actually pretty cool, except it took 15 minutes for the guy to finish his spiel, right? And, you know, talk about it. Then he hands off the discussion or the demo playlist to this, I hope he's not watching, some German journalist.
He's gonna come after you.
Yeah, he's gonna come after me, and he's playing music from people who recorded when they were like 85 or something. I don't know. Like, it was just the weirdest, strangest music to play on these absolutely beautiful speakers. It cost $3.6 million, the entire setup. Okay,
Yeah.
It sounded. When he played classical, it sounded fantastic.
Yeah.
But when he was playing the weird stuff, I'm like, why am I wasting my time sitting here?
That's a core theme that kind of runs through all of many of the speaker rooms, is that you don't get to choose the music. Some of the speaker rooms let you do that, and I think a message to anybody who has a booth or setup here: let folks try their own music. That would be useful.
Okay, what about best stuff then? So, best new thing, something that you had not heard before, something that was not here last time.
Own AR3000 for me.
I was going to say exactly the same thing.
Is this a smile?
Is this the best headphone here? Wait.
Shockingly good.
Shockingly good.
And
which one is the the AR3000 is
the
not,
cheap one.
well, we don't know. They don't know.
We don't know the price
I don't
yet.
know.
You know
That's my
what?
guess.
You know what? The AR3000
Yeah.
headphone.
Yeah.
I've heard the new one, which is like what the 9000.
That was good.
And
too.
9000's good too. It's just like it's $1,500
Why
something
didn't I hear
dollars.
the 3000? I'm the cheap king of.
I don't know. You should go and hear it though because it's real good. Actually, you measured it on your head. I don't know if we can show that yet
allowed to hear it.
because it's a prototype. They got to change things, and I
They've been
so
trying to sell the
You're gonna-
X9000 for 3 years. It
You're
keeps
gonna
getting
want more bass.
returned.
What did you think of the X9000?
AR
I liked
9000.
it.
X9000 is a different thing.
AR9000.
Yeah, I liked it when it first came out, but they had 2 different samples, and I liked it when there were 2 different samples, and another one 2 different. Now it's just 1 sample. We're getting close, but this is like you could have birthed the blue whale to adulthood by the
been
time
a couple
it's come
years,
out.
I think,
It's
right?
been a while,
Yeah.
and I like to see a company take their time and not just like throw it out there.
But
But the world's moved on.
yeah,
Like, come on, you gotta just drop it. Just drop it like it's hot.
But
'cause
you're
it is hot.
you're Mr. Bass, right? I mean,
I am Mr. Bass, but look, my personal preference only comes in for this body.
Yeah.
When I speak outwards, I understand that he exists and you exist and you exist.
Barely.
As much as I
Barely.
don't want to admit he exists. So I can appreciate a headphone that does something different as long as it does it well.
for me, best new thing, AR3000, hands down. It wasn't even really close. I don't think they know what they had because they mentioned that it might not have even come to fruition.
What was your best thing in the show?
My favorite big speakers, when money is no object, were the Albedos. I don't remember the particular model number, but I know they were like 19,000 euros. They didn't like them, but I'm going to blame that on other factors. Recordings, they didn't, whatever. You didn't just do a line of Coke
That's
beforehand.
right, yeah.
It was an Italian speaker, you got to do that.
Next time.
Oh my god.
All right, let me explain Indiana Line. Where is Indiana Line made, according to you? If I told you there's a speaker brand called Indiana Line?
Indiana.
No. All right, what if I told you there is an Italian flag on their logo?
Italy.
No. What if I told you their biggest speaker is called the Utah 5?
Paraguay.
Well, Utah is a state in America.
I know, but I'm trying to...
It's Poland. It's Poland.
What?
Let's try some.
What did I say? I said I'd be back. Sit down in the back here.
Big bad John. Well, nobody seemed to know.
Pretty good Big John machine.
And this is the lightweight. That's going to be the Big John machine.
Indiana Line was very good.
Yeah.
Indiana Line was
I'm glad
good.
I got to bring them to that because that's something I've seen like 3 years in a row. And every time I'm like, are they in the States yet? And they're like, no. But their new line is fantastic. And their biggest tower, which is not only like that big, is like 2,300 euros. And like so refined sounding that it doesn't belong at that brand. It belongs somewhere else.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's there is like amazing. So that, I might. Hi.
Liebe Aussteller, der Apparat jetzt.
The Chesky speaker was really good.
Chesky speaker's always been good.
Yeah.
I just wish the demos were faster, snappier.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
a
play
good
my own
point.
music.
We wanted to do a competition, see who could find the best Big John machine, but they wouldn't let us play Big John on the Big John machines. It's very disappointing.
Silent Pound could have probably done a really good.
Silent Pound.
We did.
Yeah, Silent Pound's really good.
Z,
What?
when you do pound, do you usually pound silently or?
Depends. Did I have Thai food the night before? I had really spicy Thai food. So if I pound later, it's gonna not be silent.
I wish we could put him in more videos.
We'll get demonetized.
Maybe. No, just beep it. It's funnier when there's a beep.
It needed maybe a little bit more sub bass, a bit more body in the room.
I
but
feel like a subwoofer in the silent
Yeah,
pound room
yeah.
would solve everyone's issues
destroy
on
it.
Earth.
Yeah, I was really surprised. Very tactile, very like punchy. Really surprised.
And the treble wasn't so overblown
No,
like
that's
most other.
clean
Even
and
sitting in
crisp.
the very
yeah.
front, where you should die.
Yeah.
Some of those demos were like, you're going to die. You don't die.
The silent pound ones are interesting because there'll be a lot of manufacturers that say, "Oh, we've got constant directivity speakers or whatever," and then you see some directivity measurements and you go, "Do you know what this word means?" But then you see the measurements from the silent pound ones,
Yeah,
and
they
it's
show
just
it. Yeah.
20 hertz to
It's-
20 kilohertz, like.
It's almost like
Yeah.
a sound weapon.
Yes,
Like they put on
it's
Humvees.
like one of the LRADs, the long-range acoustic
Yeah.
devices, but it's an
Literally,
actual speaker.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was not expecting it to be that good. I thought it was a meme walking in, to be
Yeah.
honest. It just has a bit of a suspicious name. That's all.
So
Yes.
we had a good time being silently pounded, but there were also a lot of other headphones that we tried that were new releases. Did you guys get to try a lot of the new releases? What did you
I
guys
did
think?
the new Noble.
Okay.
The new Noble, which looks sexy.
It does.
It looks
like
amazing.
The previous one was kind of like not sexy. I don't know how to say this. But
I liked it, but it
was
wasn't anything
fugly.
special necessarily. This one is sexy.
Well, here's the thing. The last one they tried to do like naturally tuned and no DSP, which I respect them for. You plug it in, it's a closed back headphone. You don't plug it in, it's a Bluetooth headphone. But this one with all the bells and whistles and tricks, amazing.
Yeah,
like actually gonna sell.
I just don't like the 3-driver concept. It just doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, as long as
BA in a full-size headphone is a bit cursed from the get-go.
I mean,
Like you're just adding a. Yeah.
Well, more drivers, more better.
Okay.
how big was the
More
dynamic
drivers, more
in there? I don't think it was a very big one.
Not that big.
It's not a big headphone.
I think it's like 25, 30 millimeter. It looked like tiny.
It looks tiny.
But
so
there's so much space occupied by the microplaner and then the BA.
I feel like they just chose that.
But we're missing the most important thing about it. Use a serviceable battery.
And a sort of parametric EQ, like not actually parametric because it doesn't have the.
I think they said they will add.
Hopefully they add
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, adding
the
it.
ability to adjust the Q value.
parametric-like EQ.
Did you try the new Meze Arte?
Yes.
What did you think of those?
All right, here's how it worked. I loved it on songs that it worked great on. And I was just okay with it with songs I was just okay with it on. I didn't love every song. Old Meze, I'm going to say this, Old Meze would fix your song. I could record Resolve in his bathroom, going Duke Duke, and it would sound amazing on the Meze Elite, no matter what. But then you have period 2 and you get this, and it's sort of like, now it's getting more source dependent, it's getting a little more song dependent, which is like, you're approaching it from an angle of like, are we only worried about making it sound good, or we want to actually start retrieving detail? And if the detail's not there, or the details are bad, it's presenting weird anomalies. So I think they're leaning in a little bit to the more, I guess, standard audiophile profile of, you want to hear your equipment, and you want to hear how bad your music is. Where Old Meze was just like, it's all good, all good. So I think the Arte is going to be a headphone that people buy to test their systems out, instead of just buying because the headphone's great.
Disregard any of that. It's probably the second best Meze planar that's available behind the Empyrean 2. I think that there is an audience for this one, though, who would like it way more than the Empyrean 2, because it's mostly normal, actually, just that it's got a bit of relaxed ear gain in the low treble.
the kind of ear gain region is generally low.
Yeah.
Ear gain. I've never said that in a single review ever, so I just want to put that
That's
in.
good.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good. It did still have a bit of the excess upper treble for me, but I felt it was a bit more reserved than some of the other ones in their lineup.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Did you get the excess upper treble? Like, you know, so it has sort of like the shimmery, airy stuff up top.
Yeah, I got some of that in there. Again, song dependent. Super duper song dependent.
Very, very high impedance driver, which is interesting for a planar and interesting for Meze as well. You tried it, and actually you measured it on your head. What did you think of it?
Two things I'm gonna say. First, I'm not really a Meze expert. I've like tangentially heard some of their headphones, and in general, I'm not like the biggest fan of their tonal signature, like the way they do it. But that being said, I can appreciate it for those who really like that sort of sound, like that really like warm. I don't want to say bloated, but
like
you know,
mid-rangey.
mid-rangey. Like there's a lot of that lower mid sort of like energy. You know, if you like that sort of sound, I think the Arta is arguably the most mature version of what they're going for.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably one of the Meze headphones that I like the most. I thought that the treble was actually quite good on my head. Didn't really have any issues with that, which was some of the issues that I had with some of their other headphones, especially some of the close backs, where some of the trebles are kind of erratic. And it's definitely a bit more, you know, of an intimate, closed-in sort of headphone. It's funny, I'm wearing this Hi-Fi Man shirt because I was helping out Hi-Fi Man, and Meze is like right next to us. It's, you know, Meze is like polar opposite of Hi-Fi Man, basically in every way, right? And and we can appreciate each other's stuff, right? So it's good.
Yeah, very different. I think that's a good way of putting it. It is quite a mid-rangey focused headphone. The overall ear gain region is quite relaxed, which I don't necessarily mind. And I think that the fact that it's got a fair bit of upper treble, which I also generally like, helps it out a lot.
It helps balance it out so much.
Yes. If it didn't have that, it would just be kind of muddy, but it's not. It's not a muddy headphone at all. I do quite like it. I think that the price for that kind of sound is really quite steep.
You know what?
It's
you know what I want to see?
built beautifully.
You know what I want to see on that headphone? Because I have the Elite at home and I have the Empyrean 2. And I swapped the pads. And the Elite pads on the Empyrean 2 make that headphone perfect. And the Empyrean 2 pads on the Elite make that headphone perfect. And I felt like, and they told me they have other pads that are going to come with it, I would have loved to hear the other pads. But I feel like a pad swap might be the thing that unlocks its magic and like its old school Meze sound.
I would like to hear some, because they had the suede pads on it. And I would love to hear some leatherette type stuff. I feel like that would push it in the right direction.
Well, it was half suede, half leather, what was on there.
And
it was
it was
large
hybrid.
hole. It was 4-knuckle. The ones I prefer on the Elite are actually a smaller opening, but slightly thicker.
Right, okay.
So I think a pad swap on that might change everything about it.
DCA, did you try the new DCA?
Yes. Dan Clark and I don't see eye to eye in his tuning usually. And I feel like Dan Clark may have learned to have fun. And because this headphone actually might be a little bit fun.
It is a bit fun.
And it's his cheapest headphone. It's what, $900?
Something like that, yeah.
I think Dan Clark has always had fun. And I don't think that there's any difference in his ideation and philosophy towards this one.
I'm glad it's a closed back because he's always been stronger at closed backs than open backs.
Yes.
So I'm glad he's not trying to do an open back thing because they had so much dampening. They were already closed back anyway. The comfort, the build, under $1,000, it's gonna be a hot ticket item.
I think the fun for Dan with a lot of this is the evolution of the theory behind the tuning.
Yes.
Did he tell you the story of how he corrected?
Oh yeah.
He corrected the Harman curve that I've been saying. The Harman curve sucks. No one should be listening to Harman curve. I was right. Darren Clark was like, yeah, it's been broken the whole time. And I'm like, I knew it.
Well,
Zeos called it.
It's a bit more complicated.
It's a bit more complicated than that. I think the thing that's exciting for me about these ones is that previously most of Dan Clark's headphones, at least in the recent years, have used the AMTS system, which is really cool. I really appreciate the engineering behind it, and that is basically to try and tune the headphone to match the Harman target or whatever particular curve he's going for on a headphone on a particular rig. And then the issue is that they do not behave the same on real heads.
Yeah.
The AMTS, even though it's a really good way of making precise adjustments to achieve that tuning on a rig, it has the opposite effect of making it more variable, it seems, from our measurements anyway,
yeah.
on real heads.
We don't have like massive amounts of data for this, but it's enough anecdotally that
it's certainly the case for me. Like there's been several cases where even just measured on my head, the headphone does not do anything close to what it does on the 5128 or the Grass or whatever, and I'm measuring the same unit. This one does not use AMTS.
Yeah, I was surprised by that, but I'm encouraged by that as well, just because it makes it so I have an easier time enjoying the sound signature and predicting the sound signature for other people.
I saw the measurements of it, and what I was hearing was a lot closer to what that measurement was showing. It feels like it's much more consistent, and I did enjoy it. It's got a really nice kind of base shelf profile to it.
What do you think about measurements?
I think they're great
talk
for
later.
manufacturers. If you're a manufacturer doing the job of presenting a product, you absolutely should measure.
Yeah.
You should absolutely measure as a thing. Once that product is released, then you're just like checking their homework.
Yeah.
Which is kind of our job, but
Sometimes
at the same
you have
time,
to check the homework.
Look, as much as I hated that network guy, high network guy, we're not saying your brand name because I don't fucking remember it. I would like to see measurements.
You can just say you hate them.
What?
That's simple.
What, measurements? No.
Oh.
I've done measurements on networks.
I just feel like
and
just don't.
you can't.
Just
It's
it's art. The guy's excuse with the network switch was like, but it is, you shouldn't measure it. You should just listen. And I say that about headphones and speakers.
You're like the.
But the
Yes,
difference is you can measure
I saw
differences
a reflection
with
of me
those.
and him, and I'm like, that's why I hated it so
So
much.
measurements can be art if you use enough colors.
Yes, like all the headphones I've ever released, never measured. In fact, some of them are like,
Oh,
measured.
that explains a lot, actually.
Don't bother. It only matters if it sounds good to me. If you like the way my headphones sound, you like the headphone way I like headphones. That's it.
The new RAL stuff.
Yes.
Did you try the new RAL stuff?
I did.
What did you think?
So I did try the new RAL item, the Magnus Evo 1.
Yes.
I thought it was quite good. It didn't kill me in the treble, which was great because that's what the Ibanez did
Same.
previously on
Same.
certain equipment. I have heard it off some nice tube amps and it did a good job.
Tamed it a bit.
Yeah. I really like the Magnus Evo 1. It has all the audiophile terminology that you like, cohesive, effortless.
It's got the technicalities.
Yeah, the technicality, that's right. It did a lot of bass notes like, strings really well, cellos.
We tried it with our own music. It was pretty good. I thought it was better than. I liked it the best out of the whole lineup.
It sounds more coherent than the Ibanez, but the treble, it's almost like the treble peak is shifted more broadly down for me to be closer to the sibilant range.
Okay.
I get more like sibilants here, like this and T sounds, but less of the sort of like glassy kind of upper treble-y shimmery stuff. It's still there a little bit, but more focused towards like 8 to 10 kilohertz.
I think the stuff below 3 kilohertz. I'm liking more on this than the
It's
Ibanez.
mostly fixed for that.
Yeah, it seems a lot more even.
Yeah.
It's got more of an emphasis on the consonants. It's not.
That's
it doesn't
exactly.
sound sibilant to me.
Oh, it does sound similar to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't get sibilants. I just get consonant emphasis and then like cymbal hits and stuff. It's
Yeah, exactly.
hard.
Yeah.
You put it this way. You said that the treble, it's like the consonant sounds.
Consonants, it's not
Yeah.
sibilant, it's just that it emphasizes the consonants a little bit more. The more kind of mid-rangey focused tuning, though, I think helps.
And it's more kind of coherent and cohesive with
Yes.
the rest of the integration.
Very technical.
It is very technical.
We're starting to tear
S's,
apart.
F's, and
Are we
T's.
tearing apart the alphabet?
We're talking about music. Music.
I can talk about the 10 kilohertz if you prefer.
Yeah.
No. But just compare it to like food.
Okay.
Just do it.
The Ibanez is like a really spicy Thai green curry, and the new one is like.
Yeah, no, this doesn't work because I like really spicy Thai green curry.
Yeah. I mean, I just
Oh, you don't?
just reviewed a Manus. I haven't heard the new one. I just reviewed a Manus. And it made me believe in a Manus. And I'm an Manus hater, but it's got to be a quiet environment, number one. You need to have the right source, and I actually prefer the Transformer over I had the Watt 33. I actually prefer that. I don't know if $10,000 is what it should cost, but I don't hate it. It didn't deserve all the hate I threw at it. It never sounds good at show. It never sounds good at a show.
I don't know if I like it more than a Ibanez or not, because the problem with the Ibanez was the treble
Yes.
peak. It made it difficult to listen to, and then the ear gain scoop is like the 2 kilohertz scoop is enormous, and so vocals just didn't really sound right to me. The new one doesn't seem to have as much of that, or it's shifted a little higher, so it's more relaxed, which it needed, and the timbre is just generally a bit better, I think. It doesn't sound as technical. The Ibanez, if you're just wanting like in-your-face detail as much as possible, that's gonna do it. I just think it's got too many drawbacks.
See, I thought a Manus, the way I described a Manus is, it doesn't sound like anything. There's no tuning on a Manus. It's whatever you feed it is what the Manus does. You feed it a warm amplifier, it's a warm headphone. You feed it
Okay, so disregard all that.
Yeah.
God, it's a pass-through. It's a pass-through of sound. It has all these
No,
technicalities.
actually, so there is something to be said about like these ultra ridiculously low impedance headphones changing based on even things like cables. Like, yes, this is a thing that a cable will make a difference.
Genuinely is going to be extremely sensitive. Well, you did a video. Go and watch this one. Showing that the cable makes a difference.
Measurable.
Not for magic reasons. Not
Measurable.
because of
This is electronic engineering. Like when you put the ohms to grounding
something. Yeah.
When you're touching the wires together and it becomes near zero, you need to be really careful about what the hell you're doing.
Well, it's just that the inductance of the cable and the relationship with the impedance of the cable being a higher impedance than the driver of the headphone, it will actually affect the volume of the headphone. Like Skedger's ultra thick one made it 6 dB louder than the stock one, but then also the high inductance of it meant that the treble literally rolls off, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, depending on what you're going for. But the point is,
it would be good if the treble rolled off.
You know what we talk about any of like the experimental headphones we saw? Because there's been a lot of them.
That's true. We should. Yeah.
We should.
Hedamame? Did you?
I've heard the Hedamame before.
Tell us about the P-Rat.
The P-Rat? It's got more P, less rat.
Okay, makes sense.
One deviation.
10.5. But they're not egregious. There's nothing egregious. There's maybe, I think 7.1 kilohertz is probably the spiciest, but nothing.
Overall balance?
No, it's pretty good, I think. Yeah.
Can I get Mezziata vibes on it?
Really?
Yeah, it was, because like it's quite prominent, like lower mid range.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't get that personally.
Really?
Yeah. No. Well, I was listening more for the ear gain and treble, but.
Okay. I think with glass drivers that it's going to be some kind of ultra bright.
Glassy.
It's
not glassy at all. Yeah.
Yeah, so like around 6 to 9K, I get a fairly big dip.
You get a dip there. I get a peak at 7.
Oh,
I get a peak.
I get like a.
Interesting.
It comes back up to kind of where it was for me at 7, but like it's the whole region overall is down.
It dipped. Okay, I get a peak at 7.1 kilohertz.
Oh,
pretty substantially.
No.
Did you? How was the ear gain for you?
Ear gain's quite high.
It's high. Yeah, that was what I noticed right away. Yeah.
And then like kind of 1 to 200's fairly prominent for me.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't listening for that, but you could be right. That's
okay. Yeah, so the combination of those two makes it sound pretty warm overall.
Yeah.
The treble, other than that, like that region being pretty low, there's nothing egregious.
Yeah.
It fits pretty decently.
So no Harman scoop. It's the opposite of the Harman scoop.
Yes.
Okay.
I quite like these. They sound pretty relaxed on my head because of those two things. So
right.
Forward, lower, mid range, scooped kind of upper ear gain region. Yeah. But I'm not getting any like egregious.
Is it? You mentioned the ear gain being forward. Is it shouty at all?
A little
bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hoxit Audio showed up. He's working on currently, I don't know if you saw it, is a glass planar.
I didn't hear that one.
Oh, I heard about that. I hadn't tried it.
Yeah. He had one that the driver just shattered, but he's trying to do a crowdfunding to get it thinner to the point where it'll be easily powered by a dongle, which I feel like it's going to be insane. We had. How do you define the other ones? How do you define the 2-driver?
Oh my God. The headphones with appendages.
Yeah,
the appendages.
It was half a pud phone. What does the logo mean, and do you know what the loss mean is?
What? Oh, okay, I get it.
It sounds like it's listening through a tube, which is the problem. But not like a tube, not a tube, but like a tube. It won't matter, by the way, that it's on the tube. You were like, where it is, it's not going to matter. There's no tuning at all.
It's half a pud phone.
Makes a phone.
Did you
Pud
try
makes
this?
a headphone for fun. They're doing a pud phone for
attention, so I
serious
left.
business.
I feel like a diva, but yeah, he was talking to someone, and I'm like, can I try them? He's like, in 1 minute, and he went up talking to someone, like, okay, bye.
It's because you're wearing the Hi-Fi Man shirt.
Oh, right. You weren't missing out too much, I'll be honest. They're an interesting one where they've got the normal headphone driver, then there is a tube with another driver at the end of it, which plays what's playing in the other channel.
Yeah.
So it's trying to do crossfeed, but acoustically.
But they were doing full range
on both
drivers at the same
which you
volume,
shouldn't
I
do for
think.
crossfeed.
I like the concept. I want to see it move forward.
I think that it's ironic that they were trying to do crossfeed to give it a more speaker-like presentation, and it did make it sound like it was playing in mono. It has been a really fun trip, and I am looking forward to next year, particularly because I'll know roughly, somewhat, maybe, where I'm going this time. It felt like a lot of this show we did spend trying to find a particular room to get to.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a maze. The rooms are better. They're just harder to find. And I think the main thing for me is that it did feel like, particularly for the headphone side this year, it wasn't just random new stuff showing up. Stuff was generally on a good trajectory.
I agree.
Things were getting better.
There was,
and a lot of the stuff. There was vision.
And so much of it was there wasn't as much stuff where it was just like, this is uniquely horrible, and it didn't feel like a random crapshoot of like, this might be amazing, this might be terrible. It was like, no, this is good, this is good, this is good.
Even some of the DIY stuff. Like a guy called Proxy from the Headphone.com Discord. Hello.
Shout outs to Proxy.
He came and showed us this e-stat that he's been working on. It's fantastic.
Remarkably good. The new Moondrop stuff was good. Like the new Moondrop e-stat was good. Jeffrey's thing was good.
One shout out for Vienna. If you ever come, go to the Natural History Museum. Very, very good. I'm a nerd.
All right, do you want to do the outro?
They need more.
Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, if you get a chance to, come to the show, say hi to us. If you're going to do any show, I really do think that this is the one to do.
I feel like every other show is just a pale imitation of this.
Yes.
This is where the presidents of companies show up to show it to you.
There
You
is
never
a
get
show
into like the
called-
little lackeys to like, here's our speaker. These people care.
Yes, they care. There's everything here. It's done bigger. It's done better. There is a show called The Show. This is the show. If you're going to go to a show, this is the show
Don't
to
confuse it with the show in New
No,
York.
we don't. It's,
The show.
This
Which
is
show?
too confusing.
This is the
It's
show?
too confusing.
Which show?
We really got to finish because this camera's about to die. So,
Goodbye, camera.
goodbye,
Love
camera.
you.
Zeos, it's
Goodbye,
been really
everyone.
fun
Thank
hanging
you
out
for
with you.
subscribing.
Thanks to Zeos for joining us on this
Look at this
amazingness.
totally natural handshake. That's
Yeah.
definitely not awkward.
Hopefully this video was somewhat structured. I'm going to do my absolute best to edit it, but it's going to be hard.
This is. I mean, this is.
What if this is how we
Thank you, bye!
This is